Selanjutnya kita main lagi Roblox. Nah, kita sekian banyak. Kali ini dari apa nih? Aku nggak bakal main. Aku bakal main hobi-hobiannya. Ini ke 93 dan let's go. Piak. Jika kita mati kita tahap 1. Banyaknya yes. Oke, kita kejar sekali. Oke. Wah. Gak apa-apa. Oh, tidak ada checkpoint. Pendu. Oh, bila.
Itu nak nyala. Oh, di situ aku matiin sudah.
Oke.
Named after American Japanese meteorologist Ted Fujita from the University of Chicago, which is as follows.
F0,
less than 73 miles per hour. Light damage, F1, 73 to 112 miles per hour. F2, 113 to 150 miles per hour. Considerable damage. F3, 158 to 206 miles per hour. Severe damage. F4, 207 to 260 miles per hour. Devastating damage. F5, 261 to 380 miles per hour. Incredible damage. While in 2007 and 2013 respectively, other countries like the US and Canada have used an expanded scale known as the Enhanced Fujita Scale or EF scale, which is as follows. EFU, unknown, no surveyable damage. EF0,
Mau matiin ya masih semua.
25 miles per hour, light damage.
Otomatis sendiri.
F1, 26 to 110 miles per hour, moderate damage. EF2, 111 to 135 miles per hour, considerable damage. EF3, 136 to 165 miles per hour, severe damage. EF4, 166 to 200 miles per hour, devastating damage. EF5, greater than 200 miles per hour, incredible damage. While tornado strength varies, it is still no joke. And so, here are some steps and preventive measures to take in case of one occurring near you. Tornadoes are fast and can strike anywhere. That's why tornado-prone areas have devised preventive measures just in case. Government authorities usually have weather-quick monitors to prevent the occurrence of tornadoes. Houses and buildings or small cellars designed to keep people safe in the event of a tornado. Some areas have dedicated radio frequencies for tornado warning.
Siap.
If you find yourself in one,
Oke, di sini
is
ada.
to seek shelter. While if there is none,
Satu kali. Easy. Sok. Dua nih. Nggak easy.
being subject or increased wind speed and thunder.
Oh, orang tadi
Wind.
tidak beruntung.
Get ready to catch the next one. Wind needs no introduction
Go.
because unless you're living in space,
Udah
you
di.
can feel it in the air. Literally.
Coba lihat di sini. My
Wind
God.
is defined as a natural movement in the air or gases in the surface of a planet. Winds have varying degrees of intensity,
Go. Yeah.
anywhere from a gentle breeze
Oke, naik.
to a strong storm.
Wah. Wah, wah.
Let's go check out how wind is formed.
Gimana sih
Wind
ini?
occurs
Lihat dulu,
because of
beneran.
the differences in atmospheric pressure.
It's it.
Regions in the
Bang.
equator, where the climate
Wih,
is warmer,
sasa.
causes the air to rise into the atmosphere and into the polar regions. At the same time, cool air from polar regions moves downward to the equator to replace the hot rising air, thus creating a continuous system of moving air. Now that we know about the
Yeah.
formation,
Sorry.
let's take a look at how
Jaga
wind
garis
is
ini kayak
measured.
sepenuh hati ya.
Wind is usually measured in relation to
Ya Allah.
direction.
Kenapa?
What is referred to as wind shear.
Nikah dah ya Allah.
While this measurement is important for weather researchers,
Ah,
it also has applications in engineering and architecture. You see,
oh.
engineers must factor the average wind shear of an area
Ah,
when constructing
emang nggak bisa ya lewat
buildings
ini.
such as buildings and towers. Tall buildings must account for wind shear to safely withstand swaying in the
Tab
wind.
5. Oke, tab 5. Tanpa ini, tanpa pedang. Ini aku bakal bikin tanpa checkpoint.
After British scientists served
Ya, kalau bisa, kalau nggak bisa,
It has 17 levels, where 0 describes calm
nggak bisa
conditions,
sih.
12 is a hurricane, while 13 to 17 are for tropical typhoons. A device called
Here,
anemometers is used to measure wind
Jenna.
speed.
Hey
In a
girl.
previous segment, we also talked about the scale, which is used to measure tornado speed
It's-
and damage. While hurricanes are measured using the Saffir-Simpson scale.
Enggak.
To time them,
Kepala.
the strongest winds of a Category 5 hurricane can reach speeds of up to 252 kilometers per hour or 157 miles per hour. In other parts of the world, tropical storms and typhoon winds are measured using Japan's tropical cyclone scale.
Lo jelas ini.
Effects of wind
Wah, ternyata dia ada.
are very significant because as part of the atmosphere, wind carries heat from one area to other particles.
Ya guys, ini agak susah.
Daily weather patterns are dependent on wind movement. Land and sea breeze currents are all influenced by wind.
Tidak apa loh.
Natural processes in the atmosphere, like cloud formation, precipitation, volcanic areas,
Oh, kalau lama, nanti kan kamu kan 10th anniversary ya. Jadi cerita kita dari 10 tahun yang lalu gitu. Bukan kamu bikin cerita sekarang, tapi nggak ada 10 tahun yang lalu. Kamu nggak make sense.
wind is responsible for moving dust,
Tuh, yo. Oh,
or simply erosion.
roasting. Iya, mulai lagi dari sini.
Wind is also
Bye bye.
Apa semua? Kakangnya buat pergi ke nenek itu. Ini ada luka mana? Luka yang mana? Ini atau itu?
more modern applications of this involve harnessing wind energy
Ini semua ini.
with the help of to be converted into electricity for
Pakai nggak usah pakai love juga. Sepeda paling keren apa ya? Titik ya.
Oh, kasihan.
Boneca Ambalabua.
Begini.
This next one is sort of shrouded in a myth and blanket. It is somewhat rare and paradoxical. So what is it? Today, let's talk about the phenomenon called the sun shower.
Iya, aku ngomong tadi ya.
The sun shower is a real phenomenon where there's rain
Yeah.
while there is sun.
Agak mencerahkan ini.
Quite puzzling, is it?
Glorbo frutto dritto.
Did you know that the term sun showers are not even found in the dictionary?
Ini Mbak bukan di sini ada. Apa satu loh?
Nubini Pizzanini. Nubini Pizzanini.
Ini.
Nubini Pizzanini.
So before we take a look at the science, let's
Cahaya.
Nubini Pizzanini.
from around the world. Throughout many centuries, various cultures of the world have tried to come up with explanations for the phenomenon, earning the sun shower its mythical reputation. People actually view it as deity,
Trulimero Trulicino.
beings getting married and other natural stories. And so, let's take a look at some myths surrounding this phenomenon. In Argentina, the phenomenon getting married.
Ada nggak foto nikahnya?
Nigeria,
Ada yang saudara siapa itu?
Apa? Di Facebook ya?
in Bangladesh, India, sun showers are known as a jackal's wedding. In the Philippines,
Baby bear, patapi.
Japanese, mythical tree-living giants are getting married. In Bulgaria, it's bears who are getting married. In Malta, it's called two-led corn, or a Turkish baby is being born. In European countries like France and Germany, the devil is getting married. In Japan, it's called Baiketsude no Yomekiri, or foxes getting married.
Sebagai dan tiap
It's monkeys who are getting married. And finally, in Hawaii, they call sun showers Hu'ulani, which refers to rain showers. And it's also the name of a rainy town. The term also means hole in the sky. And you'll see why on this next page. And so, with all these far-fetched myths surrounding the phenomenon, now let's take a look at the science behind it. Sun showers happen when specific conditions in the atmosphere occur. In the spring or summer seasons, the varying temperatures cause columns of air to move upward, rising rapidly while displacing cool air downward. As the rising air cools, they condense and form into clouds, which, when saturated enough, release water in the form of rain. The sinking column of air may suppress clouds and create openings within them, where the sun's light is able to shine through, creating the possibility for sun showers.
Bananita dolfinita. Bananita dolfinita.
Another cause of sun showers are the result of wind blowing rain from clouds into less cloudy areas.
Bananita dolfinita.
What this does is it brings cold droplets to
Apa?
sunny areas, where people on the ground will experience rain,
No.
despite having no clouds, and therefore having the appearance of rain during a sunny day.
Cappuccino assassino.
And finally, sun showers can be observed when a single rain cloud passes over a region while the sun's light is not completely obstructed from view. This will then appear to people on the ground as rain during a sunny day.
Trulimero trul.
Classifying storms.
Tum tum
Once
tum
again,
sahur.
get ready. With an almost yearly average of 80 storms experienced all over the world, it sure is paramount that these are studied and vetted. And so, that's what we are going to talk about today. The various classifications that weather
Chef
scientists
Grabracadabra.
and researchers use all over
Chef
the world.
Grabracadabra.
The Saffir-Simpson scale is used in the Atlantic, Eastern, and Central Pacific regions.
Tim Cheese.
Category 1 with speeds of 74 to 95 miles per hour or 119 to 153 kilometers per hour. Category 2, 96 to 110 miles per hour or 154 to 177 kilometers per hour. Category 3, 111 to 129 miles per hour.
Orangutini ananasini.
178 to 208 kilometers per hour. Category 4, 130 to 126 miles per hour, or 209 intensity scale. Super cyclonic storm, more than 220
Bombardiro
kilometers per
crocodilo.
hour. Extremely severe cyclonic storm, 166 to 220 kilometers per hour. Very severe cyclonic storm, 180 to 160
Gangster Futera.
kilometers per hour. Severe cyclonic storm, 89 to 117 kilometers per hour. Cyclonic storm, 63 to 88 kilometers per hour. Depression, 51 to 62 kilometers per hour. Depression, 31 to 50 kilometers per hour. While in the Southwest Indian Ocean, the scale used is called the Southwest Indian Ocean Tropical Cyclone Intensity Scale. Very intense tropical cyclone, greater than 212 kilometers per hour.
Trippitro.
Intense tropical cyclone, 166 to 212
Bananita
kilometers
dolfinita.
per hour. Tropical cyclone, 118 to 165 kilometers per hour. Severe tropical storm, 89 to 117 kilometers per hour. Moderate tropical storm, 63 to 88 kilometers per hour. Tropical disturbance,
Ya,
50 kilometers per
kalau
hour.
satu kali itu
We have Australia and
sudah jam kamu terbang. Sudah jam 2 jam lagi. Sudah
Category 1. Sustained winds,
nggak ngerti tuh. Nah, jadi masalah.
gusts 91 to 125 kilometers per hour. Category 2, 89 to 117 kilometers per hour, and gusts 126 to 166 kilometers per hour. Category 3, 118 to 157 kilometers per hour,
Over Patapi.
and gusts 167 to 225 kilometers per hour. Category 4, 158 to 198 kilometers per hour, and gusts 226 to 280 kilometers per hour. And Category 5, more than 198 kilometers per hour, with gusts more than 280 kilometers per hour. These scales not only help us to study about tropical cyclones and their movement, but they have many useful applications. Data from these scales aid governments and concerned agencies to create contingencies and prepare for extreme weather events, and thus help mitigate disasters and save countless lives
Ngomong
and
saya itu loh kalau istri
in the process.
Emang ada kali, bukan main apa ya?
Maghrib kali dah.
We are nearing the
Ya,
end of this
nggak
episode.
cukup.
But before we go, let's take a quick recap. In this
Bananita
episode, we
dolfinita.
learned about snow, the frozen ice crystals in the atmosphere that form the precipitation of snow. Regions that have 4 seasons experience this phenomenon,
Bananita
as well as
dolfinita.
areas of the world with very high elevations. We also talked about tornadoes, which is a rotating mass of air and clouds that forms in a funnel shape. Tornadoes form
Borbaloni
because of the
lulido.
interaction between warm and cool air. It creates a low-pressure area on the Earth's surface.
Orangutini ananasini. Orangutini
Wind is
ananasini.
described as the movement of air and gases to the surface of the planet. Air and gases move because of differences in temperature and pressure. Wind itself is a vital part of the planet's weather and climate systems. Its movement is responsible for all weather phenomena on the planet.
Ballerina cappuccina.
We also learned about the sun shower, a naturally occurring weather phenomenon.
Ballerina cappuccina.
It has seemingly
Ballerina
gained
cappuccina.
legendary status due to the contradictory nature of experiencing rain while it is sunny. Many cultures have their own folkloric explanations for the phenomenon. But science says that sun showers occur when rain clouds have openings where the sun's
Trulimero
rays
trulicina.
pass through at an angle. And finally, we have the various tropical cyclone classification systems used all over the world.
Cappuccino
5
assassino.
scales are used in the 5 different regional basins of the planet, namely Atlantic, Eastern and Central Pacific,
Berber Padapi.
Western Pacific, North Indian Ocean, Southwest Indian Ocean,
Cappuccino assassino.
and Australia and Fiji.
TNI nyambi kuliah rongsokan.
And with that, another episode comes to a close. We hope you had a fun and informative time watching. But until then, keep safe. Stay dry and warm when you can. And we'll catch you next time for another rainy,
Apa?
storm brewing episode of
Itu.
Nature Sports.
Enggak tahu pas baca doa, enggak tahu apa orang itu tuh. Itu semua aku tuh tertawa dan makan
Ini mama bilang, yang bilang itu doa dari bapak Al-Fatihah terus Al-Fatihah lagi.
Bananita dolfinita. Bananita dolfinita. Chimpanzini bananini. Chimpanzini bananini. Chimpanzini bananini. Chimpanzini bananini.
A gentle breeze. Or the mighty rumbling of thunder.
Kayak gitu loh yang aku tuh
Orangutini ananasini.
14 feet of the desert.
ini sampai aku gimana ya?
There's no escaping nature.
mandi sampai bawah dia bilang mandi sampai bawah.
Let's explore.
Ballerina cappuccina. Ballerina cappuccina.
The amazing sights and sounds.
Mama udah lihat storyku.
Ballerina cappuccina.
Lihat dulu storyku. Lihat dulu.
It's the
Storyku lihat dulu.
Itu?
Tapi Desam lagi harus kirim pesiar terus.
because we are going on a trip.
Orbaloni luliloli. Berber Padapi. Orbaloni luliloli.
Today, we will be looking at a
Orbaloni luliloli.
Awal nikah kayak marah-marah, sekarang dia marah-marah terus mah.
An aurora is a naturally occurring phenomenon where swirling lights appear over the sky. These usually appear in
Salah
long
tuh.
colorful
Salah
bands.
DPG.
Bombardiro crocodilo.
Salah.
On occasion,
Bombardiro crocodilo.
auroras also appear in different
Bombardiro
colors,
crocodilo.
like blue, red, and purple. The term aurora actually means dawn, because people over time thought that auroras were the first light of dawn. But enough of that. Let's take a look at auroras and shed light on the subject. First things first. Auroras occur
Ballerina cappuccina.
Auroras to the north are called borealis. While those in the south are called aurora borealis. In a previous episode, we talked about how the sun's energy and organs emerge in many different ways. And auroras are one of the effects.
Chef Crabra-Cadabra.
The sun is the star at the center of the solar system. It is the primary source of heat and light for our planet. The sun gets its energy from its inner core. It has high temperatures, almost 14 million
Iya,
Celsius.
mama yang itu nanya.
Chef Crabra-Cadabra. Berber Padapi.
Kita ada tamat-tamatnya nih apa kesalahannya nih?
Where it causes
Aku sampai
fog.
bilang ke Dani, apa ini di apa aku bilang tadi?
This process releases energy
Masih ya mereka baru mulai sana.
that is emitted through the sun's layers and surface.
Kita ada tamat-tamatnya.
Sampai pernah lihat itu lampu-lampu begitu.
Kalau lampu gimana? Aku pengen
Energy
dulu
then
mana
moves
ini
from the
kalau
sun's
lain.
surface themselves.
Glorbo frutto drink. Bananita dolphin. Glorbo frutto drink. Glorbo frutto drink. Glorbo frutto drink.
It's produced magnetic field.
Glorbo frutto drink.
Ikut.
The magnetic fields push the charged gas particles that become plastic.
Oh, malah nyampe ini.
Eventually, these will break off the subsurface.
Jadi kita nggak salah pilih.
Chimpanzini bananini. Berber pada
Siap terus.
Chimpanzini bananini.
Tapi
When the
untungnya
solar
kita
wind
saya
Chimpanzini bananini.
produced, the Earth's magnetic
Bawa
field
kita saja
is
nyampe.
distorted, and the collision causes a daytime aurora.
kayak anak sendiri.
Chimpanzini bananini. Chimpanzini
Daytime
bananini.
aurora occurs when the Earth's
Chimpanzini
magnetic
bananini.
field interacts with the charged particles of the solar wind. This results in magnetic lines becoming overstretched, while the
Chimpanzini bananini.
Sekarang boleh masuk? Kan dia enggak.
Chimpanzini bananini.
Lagi bro,
Chimpanzini
ngan aku sambil ngedit.
Chimpanzini bananini. Chimpanzini bananini bananini. Chimpanzini bananini.
Sekarang di rumah sini ngarep. Adek.
Bananita dolfinita. Chimpanzini bananini. Chimpanzini bananini.
display that we observe.
Trulli mero trullicina.
Pose no imminent threat to the planet.
Bananita
We can look
dolfinita.
at them as reminders that the Earth has a protective magnetic layer that shields us from the charged particles that are emitted by the sun. Measuring wind speed. Get ready to dust off your wind phrases. But now, we'll take a look at something that you might find interesting. We've been talking about weather.
Jangan yang masuk mana ini.
All the natural phenomena that comes with it, all season long. And we've often talked about the force of the wind, and how it is measured using speed. And so,
Kita tadi
how do
membeli
we
kecil
measure
tuh, kalau
the
nggak dapat
speed
yang
of the wind?
sebelah mana kalau cepat doang.
Let's find
Glorbo
out.
frutto
Oh
drink.
ini tuh yang dapat gula biasa pakai jauh.
The speed of any other object is measured using the SI unit or meters per second.
Kaget.
That is the unit used in the World Meteorological Organization.
Apa nih?
Glorbo frutto drink.
Times, other units for speed based on imperial units, such as miles per hour, feet per second, or knots per minute. And some of these are still used today, depending on the country or region. Wind speed is typically measured using a device called an anemometer. This basically a vertical pillar with 3 or 4 concave pillars. The wind pushes it and comes, and it causes the pillar to rotate.